What is up, everyone? Welcome back to an ESPN NFL 2K5 franchise rebuild with the Miami Dolphins. It's the last game of Season 2. We're rated third in the entire NFL. We have clinched the AFC East, which was one of our goals for the season. And we are taking on the Cleveland Browns in the finale of this second season. We'll take a look at... You know what? How am I going to do this? I think we will take a look at the stats today. We'll see how much time we have at the end of the episode. I'm trying to squeeze this in with my day today, but I think we will take a look at our final stats and league leaders after this as well. So we've got the Browns. They're 8-7. They're actually fighting for a playoff spot here, so they're going to be looking to take this win home. We're going to have to ride the line of putting up a competitive battle and making sure none of our other guys get hurt. They have a good team. Look at that team. 82 overall, 81 defense, 80 offense. That's pretty good. We just wanted to pop over there to catch up to our injury report, which is just Zach Thomas, still probable, still going to play in this one. Although, you know what? He's probably a guy that we're going to sit in this game. I might jump right into the depth chart when we start this game and maybe sit a few key players, including one Ricky Williams. We might sit him. I might have to look at how close he is to the rushing title, and if he's in the mix again, maybe he'll play. So let's actually do that first. That's the only thing I want to look at. Let's look at league leaders. Let's look at rushing. I mean, Priest would have to get over 300 yards to catch Ricky. I don't think anyone's gonna catch him, and I want to keep him healthy. Oh my God, he has 23 touchdowns. He's winning the rushing title. He has 23 touchdowns. Hold on, very quickly. I think we talked about this last game, but single season rushing TD record. LaDainian did it with 28 in 2006, so that's not the standing record right now. The standing record is Priest Holmes with 27 in 2003, so we're sitting Ricky. It's okay. If he was like a touchdown or two away, I would probably maybe try for it, but the risk reward of him getting hurt versus getting 4 touchdowns in a game that we don't need to win is, to me, not worth it. And I still think he's going to take home the rushing title for the second year in a row. So let's look at what the Browns have going. Oh, you know what? Before we look at the Browns, I actually want to quickly we'll look at the playoff picture, because I think we'll see where the Browns are. Now, you see here we've got the division title. And I think if we scroll down to the bottom here, you'll see that the Browns are potentially still in playoff contention, and they're fighting for one of those last spots. Oh, they're not on here. Okay. Well, they're 8-7, so I have to imagine that they're still in the hunt. But maybe they're not. I don't know. Is Indianapolis in the same division as them? I don't actually know. I guess I could look at the standings. So, yeah, they're right up there with the Ravens. So, anyone's ball game for the division. So, they could potentially win the division if they beat us here. But we've got the division locked in. We're technically playing for home field advantage, but I don't know if I'm necessarily worried about that. All right, here we go. Let's do this thing. Let's check out the Browns. We've got big ol' Jeff Garcia holding it down. Had an okay year this year. Could potentially break 3,000 yards with a good game against us, but we shall see. Looks like he's been the starter the last 2 years there. Moving on to halfback, it looks like we've got Willie Green, fifth-year guy out of BC. he could break 1,000 yards this year if he has a good game against us. Career matching touchdown numbers. So a good year from Willie. Better year than last year, at least. We'll see how he does against us today. Steve Hayden, look at this guy. Wow. All right. Keyshawn Johnson, Quincy Morgan, Dennis Northcutt, Antonio Freeman. That's actually not a terrible 1 through 4. These guys have a lot of receivers. I guess we'll see. I assume that Quincy Morgan is the best receiver. Yeah, he's got 665 yards, 5 touchdowns. I have to imagine he's got the best stats of the team. He has the best numbers on it. I mean, that's a solid receiver right there. 87 catch, 91 speed, 87 agility, 85 consistency. So we'll definitely have our hands full with this offense. They're decent for sure. They've got Kellen Winslow in his second year, looking strong at an 84. He's technically the best receiver that they have. They are not great at center. Wow, look at this guy. Horrifying. They're okay at guard. Beasley's definitely going to be a weaker piece. I mean, holy crap. We should be able to feast with this guy's blocking numbers. I would rather they be starting Benny Scott down here. At least he can block the run. And then at tackle, they're pretty weak as well. So we might have something going for us on their offensive line. Moving over to defense, they've got Gerard Warren and then pretty much nothing. Michael Myers is horrifying. Better at defensive end, Courtney Brown, Kennard Lang, Mark Word. So right now, Courtney Brown's their best player so far. Holdman and Bentley on the outside. Also not great, but not bad. Looks like Holdman's a little bit better at tackling. Again, Andre Davis, he's okay. Good tackle numbers. Is he slow? He's pretty slow, so we should be able to run around him a bunch. Ooh, rough. I feel like every team is so rough in the secondary. Why is that? But yeah, their best cornerback is a 70. That's tough. Robert Griffith in the 80s. And Earl Little. So they don't have any guys in the 90s for their defense. So, oh, God. Man, they got there's some rough photos on this team. So Courtney Brown's their best player, period. So we'll give him a highlight. He's got 7.5 sacks, 52 tackles. So we'll have to be paying attention to what end he's on. He's a better pass rusher than he is a run defense guy as well. So I have to imagine he's going to be rushing on the weak side. And then the other guy is, I guess, Gerard Warren. Yeah, it's Gerard Warren, barely. So their two best guys are on the line. He only has 1 sack on the year. We tend to give up sacks to defensive tackles, so hopefully our guards can hold up this game. But so we might have a little bit of a test there. I also want to keep an eye on Carson. I don't want him to get injured, so we may consider pulling him after the first series or two. So that's it for the Brownies. We're gonna head into the game. We are gonna play with the Navy uniforms. We're gonna try these out. I feel like this is the perfect team for us to go Navy against, so shout out to, I believe, Mark for, Realist Mark for the suggestion. Have been excited to play this game. I'm definitely going to go through and make some adjustments on the depth chart when we get started. I want to make sure our key players stay safe, maybe give some of our backups some playing time, so we're kind of punting on this one, I guess, but we're going to try and win with what we got. Let's do it.
Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. Here we go on ESPN. Happy holidays to you and yours from all of us at ESPN. Hope the holidays brought you everything you wished for. This NFL season has certainly brought us all we could have wished for. We've got one last present under the tree for you on ESPN before the playoffs begin next week. Browns.
I don't know. I'm thinking I'll give Ricky a series as well. Not clinching home field makes me feel like we need to at least grab the lead.
From what they've been waiting for.
We are at home. That's nice. Oh, that was a fresh glitch. Oh, who we got? Oh, they're gonna highlight Ricky. All right, we're gonna let him play.
He's not the only big-time player on that squad, though. Chris Chambers, he's a receiver who
oh, wow, they're just, like, giving us all the highlights?
This guy's built like a 67 vet. He takes off. He's on the horizon before you can blink. Deadly combination out there. I'm dying to see how it pans out. Well, all right, Peter,
I do dig the Navy uniforms. Those are tight.
First, the coin toss.
Those are tight. All right, let's take ball. Let's do this now. I think I'm going to sit Zach, and we'll just deal with a little bit of a weakness at our middle linebacker. I think for now we're going to let everyone else play. I think Taylor and Agunlie are probably candidates to get sat. I think Madison and Howard are candidates to get sat, but we'll start with this for now. And I think we're gonna just roll with what we got here for now too. I think we'll roll with our starters, and we'll just rest Zach just in case.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Dawson boots the opening kickoff.
All right, show.
Number 40 decides to take it out of the end zone. Dragged down at the 26.
Decent run.
We've got a quick update from ESPN's very own Susie Colbert. Susie.
Thanks, Dan. It's a windy day out here with the flags whipping around above us. The kickers will definitely have to try to gauge the wind when aiming their kicks. Back to you, fellas.
Thanks, Susie. The Dolphins' offense takes the field, and they will start at their own 26-yard line.
Oh, Carson.
Stopped at the 29.
I should not be putting Carson into situations where he might get tackled. That was dumb. We'll run it with Ricky here. This is zone, so I can... it's not going to let me send him.
Conrad goes in motion.
Up the middle. Boom. Good run by Ricky. Great run by Ricky. I mean, great block.
As he runs the football. Well, that's a pretty vivid
If I had
description.
potentially spun
Words.
left or
And
tried
the
to
play
break
words,
left
too,
after that,
as
I
he
might have had
surges
some
across the
daylight.
line for a big game. Yeah, it's all about using your blockers, Dan. They clear a path, you use the path. Peter, those were some nifty moves to get free.
Exactly what I thought they would
he
do.
doesn't even need to dig down that deep to pull it off.
I mean, Chambers
First
or
down,
McMichael,
10
take your
yards to
pick.
go.
Great play. Beautiful.
Patches it over the middle, and
I probably
he's
had
got
time
the
to hold
first
that for a little
down
bit longer.
and a whole lot more.
They'll probably replay this.
Carson Palmer had no trouble singing that one past the secondary. That was one heck of a throw. The first pass out of the gates is a bomb, and he hooks up with his man. Peter, that's the way to start a game. Oh, I'll say, hold on. This is going to be one heck of a ride.
We're going to take a toss with Miner. He's better to the outside. They're going zone. I might still be able to work this. Let's try it. Ah! Gotta make the block.
Minor will get stopped at the line, and that brings up second down.
Couldn't get out of the tackle either. Good run. Or a good play.
Minor got some help on that one in the form of blocking.
Did he?
He still couldn't make a play out of it.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
I need to start including that Peanuts clip every time it comes up in the highlight videos. Let's keep... Nope. That's what I wanted. And then that's what I wanted. Interesting. Okay. Oh, get there. Dang.
No good. Incomplete.
I had him.
McMichael was wide open on
Yeah.
that, but the reception
I just
did
got
not
pressed.
happen. No catch.
That would have gotten the first, but it's incomplete, and it will be third down. Third down from the shotgun. Palmer.
Yes, sir. Good play.
Connects at the 17.
Great throw by Palmer.
Down at the 13. It will be first down.
Good catch by Darius. Great play all around. Just finding that hole in the zone, man.
Darius Thompson has some company on this play, but he still makes the catch. That's good concentration and focus. It's worth another look.
Beautiful.
Maybe they should have triple covered him there.
Third and long, and they get the big play to convert. What do you think of that, Peter?
I love it. That's what football is all about, making the big plays when you need to, and you can't coach
Gonna spread them out and see if I can get a run with Travis here. Oh, yes. Woo! Good run by Travis. Great run by Travis.
Down at the 7.
Use that speed.
This is just a great individual effort to slip this tackle right here.
Yeah, and it sounds funny to say this, but sometimes it's good to run with a bit of fear in you. You know, when
With
you're
a bit
afraid
of
to go down,
fear in
can
you.
find your way out of tackles
What?
like that.
That's an insane comment. That's so funny.
Palmer fires this one over the middle, and it's intercepted. Tackled at the 5.
What just happened?
That was perfect positioning back there to get the interception. Heck of a defensive play.
That's his 4th interception of the year, Peter. He has to be happy with that.
Yep, but
What just happened? He was over on the other side of the field. The corner drops in. Chambers is wide open. Look at this. Look at this. Oh. How do we go from this open? I'm throwing it as he makes that break, and he just throws it straight. Crazy. Insane. I could have thrown it to Darius, too. I could have thrown it to literally anybody. I literally could have thrown it to Moss, was wide open. I could have thrown it to anybody. Okay, Malcolm Butler.
always looking for more.
Unfreaking believable. I'm kind of in shock. I can't believe that just happened. I'm going to send a blitz. This is probably a mistake.
Are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at their own
I'm literally
5-yard
so
line.
shook. It's a counter. Good tackle. Thank you, Mathis.
Blast him back at the 2.
Mathis makes a nice stop in the backfield here, throwing his man into the turf.
I have
behind
thrown
the
a
line.
gross amount of
Ball
interceptions
carrier's
this year.
travel plans were canceled. Yep, he's not going anywhere, Dan. Nice tackle.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, Dan. They had it all locked up there.
That will bring up second down.
Oh, get him. That's a safety.
Green
That wasn't a safety?
play, and that brings up third down.
Norland Greenwood was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the back
I just feel like there's no way they're not running it. Oh, shit. No, I don't want you to do that. They're gonna run. Get there, get there, get there, get there, get there, get there. Get him. Good tackle. I'll take it. I mean, if I'm going to throw an awful interception like that, I might as well get the ball back with good field position. All right, well, good job by our defense. But Jesus, I can't believe I did that.
Well, they shut that down like a health inspector shutting down a greasy spoon. Now it's fourth and forget it.
Fourth and forget it. It's pretty good. That's good field position. Whoop. Ow. Woo, that was a hit.
Reed, he's a guy to watch here. First year man.
I mean, that basically puts us back in the same position.
Just you wait, Dan. Once this kid's got some experience under his
That's right. He's good.
He's going to be unstoppable.
That was a good draft pick by us. Man, I'm so mad at myself. Let's see how they line up for this. They go zone.
The Dolphins had their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at the 34-yard line.
Stall out is a generous assessment of what happened there. Wow, Ricky's just better than everyone on this team. It's awesome. Like, I'm just running through people with him. Run it with Travis. They're pressing the zone. This could work out to our advantage. Let's see how they adjust to this.
Michael goes in motion.
Bounce outside. Oh, wow. Good save of a touchdown right there. Good run by Travis.
Impressive yards in the ground here. Check it out. Boy, that's some nice running. It's all about field vision. And if you can see where you have room to roam, good things happen.
Nice second down call, and they will move the chain.
On offense, it was always a plus to avoid third down altogether, just like that.
First down, just a single receiver on.
Yes, I am running this play again. That's what it was supposed to be like. I mean, that was just pitch and catch, though. Pitch and catch for sure.
Chris Chambers tutors his man on the finer points of coverage on this play.
A nice catch, but also a nice move.
All alone. It was nice that I had
that
nobody on me.
Of the day.
So, yeah, let's see. I mean, I probably could have stayed right there. I was looking at McMichael at first. He was pretty covered. Chambers obviously breaks wide open. Maybe I can, yeah, that's kind of nice. Let's grab that as a screenshot. Beautiful. All right, let's keep it going.
And I think he's a guy you can count on to make those end zone catches. He sets a high standard for himself, and he usually meets it.
Here's the point after, and it's good.
All right, great score. Only needed 34 yards. Because we absolutely destroyed them on defense.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Murray kicks it off. Number 34 catches it back at the 6.
Good tackle. Pablo.
23.
Yeah, all right, man.
Okay, let's do this. Number 34 got waylaid by the defense before he was able to.
Wow, he's got 2 touchdowns for returns this year. Good for you, Lee. Let's go cover 4.
The Browns stalled early last drive, and
Oh, interesting. They go empty?
What happens here, they'll start at their own 23-yard line. Johnson goes in motion.
Oh, that was too easy.
Taylor gets the sack way back at the 18.
Too easy.
Jason Taylor gets the sack deep in the pocket. That's going to be a sizable loss. Watch this. Oh, yeah. That's going to push them back, way back. Great defensive play.
The defensive design.
We'll go nickel. We'll loop it. We'll go man.
What a way to derail a series from the onset.
Second and long.
Good sack by Jason. I'll try and get one for Big Perk now. Oh. Interesting play. Somebody's hurt. Keyshawn's hurt.
Picks up maybe a yard. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you.
Okay. Oops, sorry. I just knocked my mic with my hat. Great play. Dang.
Jeff Garcia tried to force a risky pass into double coverage, but incomplete.
That incompletion will bring up 4th down. And if they had connected, well, it still would have been short.
You have to run those routes farther in that situation.
Number 3 lines up to
I may have gassed this Browns offense up a little bit too much. They seem to be a little bit of a struggle.
Number 3 gets the ball and punts it away. Reed catches it at the 41.
I'm getting some dangerous punt returns here.
Reed got swarmed by
All right, let's give Minor a carry. We'll go weak. We'll just go ISO.
The Dolphins start
I'm
this
okay
one
with this.
on the center logo at their 48-yard line. McMichael
Is he
goes
going to
in
make that
motion.
transition? Yeah, he is. All right, so it's full man.
Barrels off his left guard.
All right, good 4.
Chews up about 4 on the play.
Take off some ticks. Let's hit the speed out. Maybe Conrad will get a catch here. Although I think it's zone again. Slide it down, Carson. Yeah, I didn't see anyone fast enough.
First down.
They usually show these replays. Let's see if they show me anything.
Carson Palmer improvises on this one. It's called thinking on your feet, and he does a great job of it. Yep, nice little scramble there. He saw he had no options, so he did what he had to do.
No options is potentially not true, but that's okay. Yeah, let's keep it with this. Let's go for the speed under.
First down, 3 wideouts in the game.
I think this is zone.
Palmer throws the ball.
Wow, that actually worked.
It's caught at the 31.
Let's go to the second quarter. Good catch by Yates.
Down at the 28.
Carson Palmer threaded the ball back there to his man right past all that traffic. Good job.
Peter, what a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
So let's. Oh wait, I meant to. We should let that go to the quarter for sure. I am gonna run that counter play with Minor though.
In front, 7-0.
I think if we get this score here, it'll probably be over for our starting quarterback running back duo. Probably Chambers as well.
Makes it for his
Oh,
fifth carry.
no!
Runs into traffic.
Great tackle by Holdman. I thought I had the
Penetrates
score
and
there.
stops that back
Wow,
at the 30.
great play.
Johnson had to leave the field earlier in the game, and now Susie
Keyshawn's
Carver
out,
has a
baby.
report. Susie.
Thank you, Dan. The trainers have just informed me that he twisted his knee.
Oh.
They're trying to find a brace that
That's it?
will mitigate the pain, but nothing seems to be working. They're listing his return as doubtful.
Tough.
Back
You hate
to
to
you,
see it.
Dan.
As always, we'll hope for the best up here in the booth. Thank you, Susie.
Well, Dan, we got an empty backfield, 5 receivers, and the defense is in their dime. Let's watch.
Palmer.
Oh, I didn't get it.
Side, and the ball is caught at the 28.
Uh,
He's stopped right
I think we're
there.
gonna go for this.
Will be credited with the tackle. 4th down coming up.
Anthony Henry made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the markers.
Let's go for it.
Defense's back was against the wall, and they rose to the challenge, Peter.
Yeah, Dan, that's great D. They had to make a stand
I
here,
get-
and they stood together.
It will be 4th down.
Let's go with the lead dive.
No way to convert this. On 4th down and can't convert. They'll forfeit the
Great
ball
play.
on down.
They forced themselves right through. I got no push from my line there.
Presence known on this one. He's going to haunt the ball carrier's dreams for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, big tackle on 4th. That's how you stop a conversion.
They have the chance
Weird.
to make this a 2-score game with a field goal. They don't. Smart play.
Well, it didn't sit well with me, Dan. Even with the lead, they really could have used those 3 points.
Yeah.
The Browns offense takes the field and
I'm not that worried.
capitalize on the defensive stop. They'll start this drive at their own
That he almost threw a pick.
Garcia throws a bullet to the flat and it's tipped incomplete.
Sam Madison came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a
I think
reception there.
halftime will
Defense
definitely
stood
be
up to that
the
play and
the
shuts
point
down
of
what would be a minimal gain anyway.
take out some of the
It'll be
starters.
2nd down.
I'm sending Webb on the weak side. Oh, get in there. Somebody get in there. I got flattened. Agunleye got the good tackle, though.
And that will bring up 3rd down. Third down and 4 wideouts.
I can't wait to see this offensive stats during the halftime report.
Green goes in motion. Garcia zings it to the right side and it's intercepted. No one in front of him.
Bye-bye.
He's in for the touchdown.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, we're way better than this team. Great pick 6 by Reggie. Had to do it. Had to do it.
Reggie Howard picks off the ball, and he's going all the way.
I mean, you threw it into a crowd. I don't know what you're doing.
Stop him, man. I hope his mom's got the VCR going.
Peter, he gets the touchdown, and there is no better way to cap off a play than like that.
Yeah, nothing better than points, Dano.
All right, I think we're going to I think our first move is we're going to take out Reggie and Sam.
Here's the extra point, and it's good.
But yeah, I think at this point, especially with our defense coming back onto the field, let's give our young guys some run at the starting
There's
spots.
the signal, and we're ready.
And who knows what'll happen.
Murray booms a beauty here. Suggs decides to take it out of the end zone.
He's dangerous on those returns.
25. Peter, it looks like the playoff race is shaping up.
Well, it sure is, Dan.
Looks like we're keeping the Brownies out of the playoffs.
Lee Suggs got out close to the 20 on that
Oh,
one.
wait.
So
All right, so let's take So it's going to be Poole and... So we're going to put Pablo up in that starting spot. And then we'll put Asante and we'll put Shote. Yeah, we're immediately making our secondary way worse, but this is what we want. And then Poole will be there, Asante. So we'll get some playing time for some of these guys. Who knows if it'll matter. I also think I'm going to let Bua play a little bit. I don't necessarily care about Edwards playing versus Mathis. I think Mathis will be okay. Actually, I really don't want Mathis to get hurt. Let's put Edwards in as well. So we're swapping our whole secondary right now. And I'm thinking about swapping in my outside linebackers too, but
The decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
we're going to start with that for now. I also think they're going to start.
Haven't got much out of
Yeah.
their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at their own 25-yard line. Green
Oh.
takes it across the line
So yeah, some of our
searches for a hole.
other guys get to show their
Around
stuff
the
now,
hole at the
and maybe the
29.
Browns will get a little bit more offense. Have a seat. Let's just stick with the too soft.
Morgan goes in motion.
Oh, he's taking it inside.
The call again.
Good tackle.
Is left.
Jamie Duncan. Look at the backup doing stuff. Held him to a 1-yarder. Let's go loop. Let's just go straight up, man. Nice pass.
Freeman makes a
There you go.
catch, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
They did it against the backups. Good
Antonio
job.
Freeman doesn't let a little thing like double coverage stop him from
Go
snagging
all
the football.
in.
A nice gain, and they
And
easily
then-
convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a good call.
Let's flip this and send the corner from the outside.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Press in. What are you doing? What are you doing? Press in.
Dan, bunch of receivers out there. Defense is expecting that, and they go to nickel.
Northcutt goes in motion.
Oh, get him. Get him. Get him. Woo!
Sacks him
Bowens.
at the 32.
Tim Bowens. Okay.
Big loss. I don't know what happened to the protection. Let's have a look. You know, Dan, it's all about focus and persistence. He was not going to let that quarterback get that pass off.
That'll be his first sack of the game.
We love a computer sack. And that confirms that their line is trash. Because that would never happen with a good offensive line in this game against the computer. I got double teamed there. Good pass. Oh, we made it.
Grabs the fastball over the
Good
middle.
play. All right.
Gets the markers for a
They're starting to
first down.
salvage some plays when I put bad cornerbacks on them. They don't have Keyshawn Johnson, though. I wonder if that's going to make Keyshawn retire. That would be crazy. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Let's stick with the soft zone. All right, so the Browns are driving.
Northcutt goes in motion. Garcia throws this on a rope, and it's intercepted.
Baby, don't throw to my players.
At the
Great play by
46.
Will Poole, man. Easy stuff. Easy pickings for our secondary.
Will Poole, that's why you think twice before throwing a pass in
I
his
mean, it was just a
neighborhood.
simple
Watch.
soft zone, and
Great presence of mind to try for the football there.
old
That was a
Hefe couldn't
heads-up
figure
play
it
to
out.
Come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like
We're going
that.
to go weak toss. They're going
The
zone, so we should have a good
Dolphins come out
shot
on
here.
Offense and are well ahead. They have yet another shot to score and start this drive at their 46-yard line.
I got to think about taking Carson out, too. Good run.
Minor picked up about 7, and that will bring up second down.
Travis Minor sticks to his blockers like
Great
a
blocking.
sign as he runs the football.
Well, that's a pretty vivid description, but I'll tell you, it works. And the play works, too, as he surges across the line for a...
Let me just, I think I'm going to officially sit Ricky here. And let Travis cook a little bit.
Big game.
Yeah, it's all about using your blockers, Dan. They clear a path, you use the path.
They move the ball, and it will be second down.
Ride with Travis a little bit. Can we clear that space? Let's see if the cornerback goes. Nope. Get outside. Give me those blocks. Ooh, I almost shook that defender too. Great run by Travis. Great blocks by our guys. Gonna go with the drag. I'm kind of curious if I can get Darius over the top. What if I move Yates over? Let's flip you to this side. It is a zone. Oh boy. No way!
Palmer threw that one away. Incomplete pass.
That's intentional grounding? I was outside of the pocket. That was just a breakdown on my part.
Carson Palmer gets called for intentional grounding on that one, Dan. He wasn't outside the pocket when he threw the ball.
What do you mean I wasn't outside the pocket? I was incredibly outside of the pocket. Do I have a misunderstanding of what the pocket is? Is someone suddenly going to tell me that the pocket is different than what I think? All right, I need to take Chambers out. He shouldn't take any more hits. Why are we looking at last season's stats? Like the last game of the season.
Good job.
Nice pass, Peter, and he's really lighting up the stat sheet.
And he's coming out of the game. All right, Yatesy. You get first receiver responsibility. We'll put you down at the bottom here so you get to exist down there. Tolver Watson. Perfect. All right, great.
Oh, you got it. So far, he's got 105 yards and 1 touchdown.
This is going to be fun.
Third down from the shotgun.
All right, I'm looking for Thompson, but it might be Tolver. Darius is balling today. Darius is balling today, right? McCutcheon dropped low, and right when I saw him drop low, I tossed it over the top of his head. Let's see if it'll show a good angle here. It's not going to show a good angle.
Palmer throws right past the coverage and into his receiver's hands. Nice throw.
Another completion, and that will be 5 in a row.
Wow.
Nice little streak.
I'm going to run the toss again. Yeah, Darius is having a good game today.
Yates goes in motion.
No one's going to go with them, so I might as well give myself an extra block. Bye-bye.
The toss and runs into traffic. No one in front of him. Touchdown.
That extra block made all the difference. Good run by Travis. I think Carson's going to be done in the second half for sure.
Travis Minor sticks close to his
Yeah, Yates got straight out there and just crushed the safety.
And that's always nice to have, Dan.
Let's look at this one more time. I'm moving Yates over there. He just like beat, because Moss got a great block on the linebacker. Boom, got him right away. Darius's block was good. And Yates just went straight for the safety, which is exactly what you want him to do. And even if the linebacker didn't get caught on anybody, like, no chance. No chance at all. Let's see where I get the ref here. Maybe I can... Sega. I don't love the Sega thing in the background. Let's see where the ref is back here. Damn. Come on, ref. This could be interesting. I don't know. Maybe that's creepy. We could do it like that. That could be a good one. And we haven't really gotten Travis much shine here, so let's print that screen for Travis. Let's get him the screenshot. Good for you, Travis Minor, because I know this is what matters to you. All right, let's finish this half out.
So far, he's got 50 yards and 1 touchdown.
We're balling, y'all. Survived the interception. Got a pick six ourselves. Caught a second pick. Now we're just kind of in cruise control for the rest of this game.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Murray kicks this one away. Suggs fields the kickoff at the 5.
Oh. Asante just got beat up. Is somebody hurt?
It looks like, yeah, we've had an injury down on the field.
Asante got destroyed. See, this is exactly the stuff I'm afraid of. Damn, dude. I'm glad it wasn't a starter. Oh, it's a knee injury too? That sucks. Let's start with the soft zone, although I feel like they're going to be passing a whole bunch.
Have turned the ball over the past 2 times out. They need to hold on to it as they start.
They do need to hold on to it.
The 31-yard line. Goes in motion.
Wow. So he just bailed out. Interesting. Oh yeah, it's we're inside of the 2-minute warning. So are they just punting on this? They're just like, we'll get the ball back? That'd be nice. Let's go soft zone blitz. I'm gonna be mean. Watch this completely backfire on me. Nope, they're running again. Good tackle.
The Browns take their first time out.
Interesting. Interesting strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him. Let's make a stand. Let's get it. You called a timeout just to run it again? Crazy. All right, well, we can go to the half on that one. I'm good with that. I'd be shocked if they actually kick this punt.
Gets ready to punt this away.
I don't think it's happening. See any good movies lately? I don't know why I said it like that. Sorry. Wow, they actually kicked it?
Number 3 gets the snap and punts it away.
I'm actually surprised they kicked it.
The 19. And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Dolphins.
All right, well,
command
clearly
this one,
a great start for the
21-0.
Fins.
And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our
The defense
studios
is
in
going to be
Bristol
back out in the
for
second half.
ESPN halftime
I think we'll
report.
put the other 2
Over.
backup outside linebackers in. And I think Carson's day is also done. So
And we'll get back to you in a bit. But welcome everybody to the ESPN.
we'll see what we can do. That is some domination.
At the difference in passing.
Woo!
The Dolphins are winning because of it. Let's see if they can keep up their dominance in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Carson Palmer is back to throw as they want to air it out here, and this one is right on target. The Finns towards the end of the first quarter, already inside field goal range. Carson Palmer would find his target on this one. A 19-yard touchdown for the Dolphins. Brown later on in the second quarter, Brown's losing by 7. Reggie Howard is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. They're now up by 14. Brown's middle of the second, Will Poole would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. Brown's behind 14-0. Travis Minor on the carry here as they work the ground game. This is a nice run. A 20-yard touchdown.
It was a
for the
nice run.
Dolphins, and that's where we'll leave this one. Dolphins are up big.
Gotta
at
be Travis
halftime,
Minor as the
21-0.
halftime hero, right?
Time now for
Yeah,
the
good for you,
halftime
Travis.
hero award, which
Let's get him the
recognizes most
player of the
dominant
game.
player in first half. Duh. This time there can be no question. Travis Minor has played like a man possessed. So that does it for our halftime report. We'll send you back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Chris.
Gentlemen.
And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Browns will get the ball first here in the second half, and they are going to need a bunch of scores to get back.
Yeah,
into
they
this
are.
one. Currently, they're down 21-0. Let's go down to the field. Number 34 fields the second half kickoff at the 7.
Oh. Trying not to get hurt with Madison. Was that Zach Thomas? Goddamn. I don't like that.
Thank you,
I
Dan.
wish we could not
Head
do
coach
that.
Dave Wanstadt gave me a moment to speak to him at halftime.
Hold on. Let me. All right. So we're going to take out. I think we're going to let Hilton play. I think we're going to let Thornton play. I'm cool with this as it is because these guys are pretty much even. Bowens was the one that just got the... We're going to sit Webb. We're going to sit Greenwood. Oh, wait. I got to put Jenkins up there. We're going to give all these young fellas a shot. Maybe if I put Zach in the backup spot, Pope will play special teams. That's what I'm hoping. Maybe that's what I need to... Nah. We'll figure it out. All right. So now we're
He's been
full
thrilled
backup
with their defensive
defense.
execution, saying we've shut them out defensively, and our offense has been taking care of business. We can't get cocky. We just have to keep after it. And
Some
give
of our
them no
starters will
chance to come
definitely
back
be
on us.
coming in and
Back to
out
you.
because of
Susie,
just
thank
the
you.
way that the stamina
Browns
works.
Are fading fast and are in need of a score.
Oh, they run. Oh, I missed it with Perkins. Darn. Good tackle.
Green carries it
Who
for
was
the
that,
ninth
Webb?
time and will gain close to 6. Samuel was shaken
No,
up
keep-
earlier, and I hear Susie Culver
running
has a
it,
report
please.
for us. Susie?
Thanks, Dan. The team doctor's diagnosis is that he twisted his ankle.
Oh.
They're taping him up again, and they've told me that he will be ready
Wow.
to go back in later in the game.
Damn, he
Dan,
seemed
back to you.
As
seemed
always,
dire for our guy.
Thank you, Susie.
Dude,
They couldn't connect on
he
this
is
one.
trying to give the
Incomplete.
ball back to us. He cannot figure out a zone for his life. Yeah, let's talk about it. To say the least.
Second-guessing everything he's
2
thrown.
picks,
Terrible
3
day.
completions.
So far, he struggled to get 32 yards and 2 interceptions.
Wow. I thought about sending a
Third down from the
big
odds.
blitz here, but I don't think it would work, and I feel like my coverage would get burned for sure.
Garcia lobs this one way.
Maybe it would have been fine.
It is not reeled
Awful.
Incomplete.
Terrible.
Eddie Moore never gave his assignment any wiggle room and was able to prevent a completion. You know, it's all about blanket coverage, and that, my friends, was exactly what we saw.
That is indeed
It seemed like
D.
the defense read that one from the beginning, and they forced the incompletion with relative ease.
Beautiful call by the D coordinator.
It'll be 4th down. Number 3 takes the snap and punts it away.
Ah, darn it.
Reed fields the punt.
That was my bad. I almost had a good hole there.
Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. They've turned the ball over, but they have survived their mistakes. But you can't survive.
I guess that's technically 2 turnovers. Is a stop on 4th a turnover?
Reed racked up a few yards on the run back there.
All right, Carson. Great job. You're done. I think everyone else is fine. Maybe we should sit McMichael too. Let's do that. All right, now we're good to go.
Whittling down the size of the punt a little bit.
Let's go back to Travis. How do they want to line up for this?
The Dolphins have yet
Exactly
another
the way I
shot at
wanted them
scoring
to.
and are
Love
in
this for
command.
us.
Their offense takes the field and starts this drive at their 32-yard line.
My favorite thing about this is if we ever get deep enough to like really go. I think the signs are ever gonna always gonna say the same. So like the one that says Fiedler, I think is always gonna say Fiedler, which I think is hilarious. Great numbers from Travis.
That is impressive.
All right, I'm going to Yates here, I think. Great catch, great play, easy pitch and catch.
Gets past the markers for a 1st down.
We love it.
Yates faced single coverage there and was able to get by it for the reception. That's how you draw it up.
Nice 2nd down call, and they will move the chain.
On offense, it was always a plus to avoid 3rd down altogether, just like that.
Let's go with a little weak counter trap. This man.
Moss
What are we
goes
gonna
in
do if I
motion.
send him over? Nothing. Give me a block. Oh. Oh.
We'll get the carry on 1st.
Wow. Minor with a little shake and bake, baby.
Travis Minor has had good success in taking it out past the tackles where he can find some room and turn on the
Yeah,
jets.
he's been nice to the
doing his part,
outsides.
and look at the numbers here. So far, he's got 62 yards on 10 carries.
Maybe Ricky would have really torn this defense up for 4 touchdowns. I don't know. I think this one has a fullback run. Let's hit the shovel pass. That'll be fun. Oh, darn. I panicked. Good play by Warren.
Gerard Warren targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's his 3rd tackle of the game.
Man.
3rd down and 5 wide receivers take the field. Fiedler throws a heater and it's
Yates.
at the 47.
We love
Tackled
Yates.
at the 45. 1st down.
Jay Fiedler played the pass perfectly, zeroing in on his man despite the coverage. You know, it's all about accuracy in that situation.
Nice play, and they will convert on 3rd.
Great execution, Dan. They did everything right.
All right, let's do a little fake out. I'm going to hit the strong sweep from shotgun.
Minor gets the call on 1st down.
Oh!
Breaks the tackle.
No, Travis! No!
Tackled at the 36.
Oh, that was so nice until it wasn't. I was really working the right stick on that. Maybe I was a little too aggressive with her.
Roosevelt Williams delivers a punch.
'Cause that's a
to the
whoop!
ball carrier there. And he gives up the football for the fumble.
Damn,
Very
that's a
hard-nosed
good hit by
defensive play.
Roosevelt, though.
Peter, there are many ways you can start a drive, but a turnover is not one of them.
No, definitely not. That was a big-time play.
Good play. Let's send a strong blitz.
The Browns want to capitalize on the fumble and will start this drive.
Hopefully they don't
at
run
their
left.
36-yard line.
They ran left.
Green, cruising.
Oh, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him.
Brought down hard at the 47. It will be first down.
William Green really fights for the yards here. He is just a great physical force. Oh, that's what you call bringing it. That is a great
That was a good
shoulder
run.
charge.
Yeah, I mean, no surprise we're going to have some more issues with the running back with our entire backup defense in. Let's go strong crash 3.
First down, tight end to the left.
Run to the right side, I dare you. Stop running up the middle.
Passes
Or to the
line.
left.
Brought down at the 45.
Interesting. Let's go with one blitz soft. This feels like it's going to be a pass, but I could be wrong. It is a run. Wow, dude. Should I learn my lesson and blitz to the left side? I bet that one time I blitz to the left side, they're going to send him to the right. Let's see. Let's see if I learn my lesson. I'm going to blitz the safety off the top to the left side, and I would bet money they're about to run to the right. Oh, they pass. Nice play. Good play. Single high zone. Great play.
They convert on third down.
Dennis Northcutt has just one guy on him, and he beats him easily. Even with my few extra pounds, I think I could have done a better job covering.
I doubt that. He would have smoked you like a salmon.
Ooh.
That sounds pretty good.
A beautiful
Ooh, salmon.
pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that play.
Definitely. Great call by the offensive coordinator.
Come on, Big
And it
Perk.
will
Let's
be
go.
A first down. Morgan goes in motion. Garcia rifles it out left
Ooh,
side,
Pablo.
and it's off. Incomplete.
Did he make a play on that? I don't know. Go all in. Let's hit the 3 cloud. Yeah, that works for me. Stay tight. Ooh!
Ball that one in, and
Northcutt
it
took a
falls
shot.
Number 40 did a beautiful job on that last play covering the post route. That pass never had a chance. Incomplete.
On second down, they try for the first, but it's played well by the
Let's
defense.
pressure the guards
That will
here.
bring up third down.
It's their weaker
Nice
links.
pressure that time.
Come on. Oh, I got a hole. Yeah, Perk!
Perkins gets the sack way back at the 31.
Great sack by Big Perk. That's his first one of his career, I think.
This play and just
Untouched. Bang.
Where's the O-line, Dan? Did they just
Great stuff.
Oh, that quarterback's going to be pointing fingers on that one.
Peter, with that stop,
Made a much
they
harder
have
attempt.
pushed them out of field goal range.
Oh, what a big
Well, let's not
play.
say that.
Fourth down, the field goal unit is on the field.
Get left, get left, get left, get left. Yeah! The shutout stays intact.
Sails just left to the upright.
Bill Dawson misses the field goal here. Let's watch this again.
Yoinked it.
Yep, it's just a little bit to the side of the upright, but close only counts in horseshoes.
Let's try the weak fullback
The
sweep.
Dolphins fumbled the ball away last time. Let's see if they can hold on to it
Although-
as they start this drive at their 39-yard line. Conrad has his number called on first down.
I feel like that wasn't a very
Brady picks up
smooth
one
handoff.
on the play.
But Holdman was on it. All right, I guess Fiedler can throw the ball again. Let's go to the tight triple. Let's run the counter pass. This could be fun.
I see counter.
You do see counter, but it's not the kind of counter you think. This is not the counter you're looking for.
Warren sacks him way back at the 34.
That makes sense. I was about to throw it. Good sack by Warren, though.
That's the sack deep in the pocket. That's going to be
Yeah,
a
he got off
sizable
of his
loss.
block pretty
Watch
fast.
this. Oh, yeah. That's
I
gonna
should have
push him
dumped it
back,
to the
way
halfback.
back. Great defensive play.
They read that play the whole way, and they force a third and very, very long.
Yeah, monstrous D the past few downs for these guys.
How are they going to line up for this?
Third
You're going to go
down,
man?
15 yards
You're
to
going to go man? All right, well, Yates is just going to be taller and hopefully better than everybody else here, so. Oh, let's try that.
Fiedler rifles this
That was a
one
bad
hard over
pass.
the
Why
middle,
didn't I
and
throw it to Yates?
it's
Why didn't I throw it to Yates?
incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
I literally. This is just me being stupid. This is me being incredibly stupid. I look at Yates wide open over there. Why would I throw that over the middle? Stupid. Stupid
Griffith
play.
knocked that pass
Thank
down.
God I'm up by
And he
3
made sure
scores.
The only one to touch the football was him.
It was third and very long,
So dumb.
and it didn't look too hard for the defense to stop that play right in its tracks.
You know, Dan, that's what pressure on first and second down will get you. You push them into a hole, and then it's hard to climb
Let's see,
out.
why
Fourth
is.
down ahead.
I hate it.
The ball
I don't
and
like it.
puts away.
I don't want my guys getting hurt on special teams when I take them out.
Tackled at the 36.
Jalen McCutcheon got swarmed by the kicking team before he got very far. That nice punt pretty much goes
I wonder
unanswered.
if I need to, like, go into
Browns offense is
substitutions.
on the field, and they have not produced well
I don't know.
at all. They're looking for an answer as they start this drive at their 36.
Then I would have to substitute every single formation. I almost got
Makes
another
the
sack
pass,
right there.
and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Jamie Duncan swatted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting that one.
That is their fourth batted ball. Tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
We sure have. We'll see if they can keep it up, though.
Second down, 2 wideouts on the field.
Oh, a little sweep. Is he going to get the room?
Gets the
Wow,
ball.
who
Second
made that
down
tackle?
and will gain close to 6.
Good play. I'm
William
glad they're still
Green
running.
Played smart and used his blockers to perfection on that last play.
They move the ball, and that'll bring up third down.
I'm going to send the extra guy. I think Thornton's a draft pick. Let's try and get him a sack. Oh,
Garcia throws a lob
good play.
to the sideline, and it's complete at the 44.
I had a little bit of room to get in there.
Chase down at
Great
the
lob play,
40.
though.
That will bring up first down.
Jeff Garcia airs this one out beautifully.
He just stepped
That's how
and
you
threw.
throw the ball, Dan. Take notes all you want to be quarterback.
Bang.
Right on the money, Peter. He is just a fantastic
Good
passer.
catch up
Well,
by
it's easy
Poole,
to
though.
complete a pass when there's only
2.
one guy covering
Come
the
on,
receiver.
don't make me
A
pick a
nice
play.
gain,
Good.
and they easily convert on third down.
Yeah, that was a good call.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Dolphins in command of this one, 21-0.
I like this soft blitz here. Let's put them out of their misery, baby.
Morgan goes in motion.
Oh, Thornton can scoot a little bit.
Catches it over the middle.
Good play.
That's good for 6.
Kellen Winslow Jr. faced single
Oh,
coverage
nice.
there and was able to get by it for the reception.
He's almost at
That's
100
how you
yards.
draw it up.
A lot of short completions like
Why
that
does he look
today,
like Toby
Peter,
from
where
The
they
Office?
get stopped right soon after the catch.
Yeah, if you can't make anything happen after the catch, those short throws are useless.
Let's set a little heat.
Second down with 2 tight ends.
A little
to the
present.
right.
Let's see if we can get a linebacker sack out of this. Oh, they ran? Dang, all right.
Dodges this one way out
Oh, it's a
right,
touchdown.
and heads upfield.
All right.
One in front of him, and touchdown.
That's what happens when you play the backups. It might happen. That's a score.
Look at this run, Dan. Everything worked out to perfection. Look at the fluidity of the running style. There's no wasted motion there. What a play.
They get on the board with the touchdown and close in a bit.
Well, it took them a while to answer back, but they did. They need to keep up the pace, though.
Now the point
You're getting
after,
close
and
with these field
it's
goal block
good.
attempts. All right, well, let's let Travis cook here, and let's try and
There's
just
the
close
signal,
this one out,
and
nice
we're
and
ready.
easy. Nice and simple like.
Dawson kicks it off.
Ooh, all right, let's go. Here we go, Pablo. Let's get something.
Reed fields it all the way back at the 2.
Fair
Dragged
enough.
down At the 25.
Reed was able to find some weak spots in the defense. Got a good run back off that kick.
Good run by Willie. Can't be mad at it. All right, let's go pair slot and hit the bend back and see what that
The
does for
Dolphins
us.
get their offense on the field and will start this drive.
I think it
at
could still
their
work,
own
maybe.
25-yard line.
Although, I know I'm immediately going against myself here, but yeah, let's do that. Ugh.
This pass will fall
Wide
harmlessly to the
open.
ground, and it's incomplete.
All right, don't be stupid anymore. Run the
Yates went
freaking
to the
ball.
outside on that last play. Had some room, but couldn't make the
Wide
catch.
open.
Incomplete.
They came out, man,
Potential
this
for some
time. This
nice
is better.
yards, but it falls incomplete. That will bring up second down.
Block, block.
Carries it for the 12th time and heads out right. Stopped at the 25.
Okay. Am I getting a little tight here? I think I'm getting a little tight here. Ugh, I can't believe I have to throw this. Let's go with that. Zone. Wait, who's covering Moss? Is nobody covering Moss? Please catch that. What is happening? What is happening?
Dan, that was a beauty of an interception.
He was alone.
Jump on the ball.
Peter, you couldn't ask for more from him today. He
He's
has
intercepted
done
the ball
his
twice.
And then some. So far,
Oh my
he's
God.
got 2 interceptions.
The Browns have a short field and will start this drive at the 40-yard
I can't put the starters
line.
back in. I can't do it. We gotta let it ride.
Garcia
Thank you.
throws
Good
this
play.
on a
Who was
rope,
that?
And it's incomplete.
Moore getting some playing time off the bench after starting all of the first year.
Jeff Garcia, he's really struggling out there today. As you can see by the numbers, it's all bad.
All
Up to now, he's
bad.
got 73 yards and 2 interceptions.
Wow, good protection, terrible throw, and he still catches it.
Pulls down the the floater.
Wow.
And he's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Quincy Morgan is just crazy good on this play, Dan. He refuses to be intimidated by triple coverage. I would have tried to throw somewhere else, I think.
Bua should have been on that.
It didn't matter. He made the catch. Great job.
And Peter, that time, neither of those guys
Oh, my
really had
God.
advantage on the other.
Yeah, and sometimes when you find yourself locked in a matchup like that, it simply becomes a question of who wants the ball more. Advantage offense there.
In motion.
Can we please get a body on him? Thank you. Good play by Poole.
Will Poole was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He
Letting a
powered into the
79
backfield and
overall
made
walk
the
all
tackle.
over you.
Another tackle, and he's starting to fill up the stat book.
He is dominating, Dan. So far, he's got 5 tackles.
Somebody play defense. Thank you. He ran way backwards.
Gains a couple.
That was a shorter game than it should have been.
Northcutt doesn't let a little thing like double coverage stop him from snagging the football.
That's another rinky-dink pass that hardly seems worth throwing.
Completions are fine and all, Dan, but you gotta move the ball.
Let's go.
Garcia dumps it out.
That was a
left.
gift. Thank you for at least batting it down.
It'll be 4th down.
I guess they'll take a field goal.
Managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
They have
Okay,
really
Asante,
gotten
let's
after
get
the
it.
Ball as a team today. That is their 5th batted ball.
Nice, aggressive D.
4th down, and the field goal unit is on.
Oh!
Dawson kicks it from 33 yards. This one is
Oh
up and in.
my
Number 3
goodness.
handles this high snap
My
perfectly.
brother in
Sets up the ball.
Christ.
There's the
Oh, it
kick,
was
and it's
so
good.
close.
3 points.
Dude. I'm gonna get it. I mean, like, how much closer can you be? Oh, so close. So close. Okay. All right.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set.
Unreal.
Dawson rockets this one deep. Reed decides to take it out of the end zone.
Oh, wow. I almost had a hole there.
To 24.
Reed took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Dolphins were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 24-yard line. Minor will take the
What if you blocked anyone that was in front of me, Conrad?
down at the 20.
I do think that we might need to make some changes at fullback. Maybe I should look at Moore's blocking numbers. I think Conrad's blocking numbers are better.
Outside the tackles and using his speed to round the corners. Great game. He's racked up 74 yards and 1 touchdown.
Well, he's about to get another one, so. All right, let's see if they keep the press. Yeah, they're going to keep it. All right, Yates, your time, buddy. I'm going to let this wind down. Got the pass off.
Passes off.
Yates!
Long one.
Needed it. Needed it, needed it, needed it. Great play by Yates. Huge. In the chamber spot. Almost got sacked. I got that off in perfect time.
Nice throw.
And Peter, we've
Woo!
talked before about what kind of an impact a big receiver can have on a football game.
That's right, Dan. A lot of people still associate receivers with speed, but right here, height was what did it.
First down, just a single receiver.
It's true.
on
He
the
is a
field.
tall boy. BOI. Let it wind. Let it wind. Let's get it. Oh, and wow. That worked out okay. I just tried to cut back. I didn't mean to bounce off of that many guys. Lucky, lucky me. Yeah, we're just going to let Travis cook, I think. Until he's tired, I guess. And then we'll let the fullbacks go.
Lee goes in motion.
Hit that weak side. Strong side. Great blocks. Great running. First down. All right, this one will take us into the 2-minute warning after we run it. Let's go to... Yeah, we can strong power O it. Never mind. They're going full blitz. I won't be that guy. Ah, darn. Couldn't get away from him. That's fine. Let's go to 2-minute warning. Get a couple timeouts out of him. Hopefully get this thing over with. Great job by Travis. All right, let's take this thing home. Get that home field advantage, eh? Let's go back to the strong power. Yeah, this is going to be...
The clock is stopped at 2 minutes.
Oh, interesting. Okay, let's go back to the ISO. Give me that path. Breep, 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 breep. What's this fake face? Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. Let's see if Morris can redeem himself from getting stopped last time.
Wow, look at those tackles. That's how you play sideline to sideline.
Redeem time, Morris. You got it, Morris. Yes. Good blocking by our guys. It is officially over.
Take a timeout. That's their second.
Although it is unfortunate, we have to run 2 more times. And technically, I think we have to get another first down. All out blitz. Ouch!
Hey, get it back.
Travis, stop!
Brown didn't panic when the ball got loose, and that was why he was able to reel it back in the boat.
And what, did they not have to waste a timeout then? Terrible. Giving it to Morris again. Oh no, okay, now the clock's ticking. Interesting. Oh, weird. What a weird... This game has so many quirks. Like, just so many.
Second, the Browns take a timeout. That's
their last timeout. So if I don't get this first down, let's go to weak jumbo and run the weak ISO.
Third down. The clock is stopped at 1:16.
All right, let's find out. I stopped on purpose. I didn't want to go through. I just didn't want to go through doing all of that defense bullshit again. So if you're mad at me for not taking that touchdown, I don't give a shit.
Spin move on that play.
He definitely showed his agility on that play, Peter.
Yes, he did, Dan, and he
Somebody tackle me.
Someone who can make that tackle.
Yeah, we're just going to kneel this out.
Wow, those are nice stats. Way to carry the
I think
ball.
112 yards and a touchdown is good enough. Thank you. Inside of 40, which means we're good. And that's the ball game, folks. So the backups made it a little difficult on me, but we would have smoked this team with our starters playing the whole time. So it's nice to feel like we're at a place where this Dolphins team is ready to win now. It didn't really take that long. This was a good roster that we took over, so we made some good moves, we made some good draft picks, and we officially have home field advantage going into the playoffs, so good job by us. We'll do the game
Is
stats.
going to do it for this one. The Dolphins
I think we'll have
right
enough
on
time to
top,
do
21 to
season
10.
stats and
For
league
my
leaders.
partner, Peter O'Keefe, this
And I
is
think we'll be
Dan
able to check out
Stevens
season
saying
awards as well.
goodbye until next time.
All right. That's right, baby. Woohoo! We did it.
We did it indeed.
All right, Dan, thank you. So this one is in the books as we welcome you all to our ESPN Video Games post-game show. I'm Chris Berman. The Dolphins stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. We'll pick up the action midway through the third quarter. Earl Little would snuff out a drive on this one. It's a fumble. There he is for the recovery. The Browns in control after a fumble recovery. William Green would make the first guy miss. Then he'd rip off a chunk of yardage here. A 17-yard play that set up a Brown field goal, but they couldn't connect. Browns back by 21. William Green is going to bounce this one to the outside. And look at the execution up front. He's in the clear. They narrow the gap a bit, and they're now down by 14.
All right, so Willie Poole still had 6 tackles. Good job by him.
Fins on D. Robert Griffith is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. Dolphins ahead, 21-7. Jeff Garcia would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. That set up a 34-yard field goal. The Browns narrow the gap a bit. They are now down by 11. Jay Fiedler connected with his man on this one. Not a lot of action after that, and that's where we end up. Dolphins win this one 21-10. Now let's talk to a player
It's
who
gotta
was
be Travis
instrumental in
again.
their dominant running game.
Yeah.
And is our player of the game. Travis Minor is standing by with our Susie Collins.
Great stuff.
Susie?
Good for Trav.
Thank you, Chris. You were fantastic. And you helped carry your team to a nice win. What was the key to your success?
Man, to be honest with you, I really think someone's looking out for us today. We're just blessed enough for this win. I'm just very happy and thankful.
We're
that we
just
come out
blessed,
top.
baby. Hashtag blessed. Gotta blame it on
Back to you,
Jesus.
Chris.
Hashtag blessed. Go
With
on,
that,
give it to
thanks
me.
for watching. We'll see you next time here on ESPN, the
Sorry.
worldwide leader
Not
in
sorry.
sports. I'm Chris Berman. Have a great night.
All right, and it was a sunny day in Dolphins land. We'd love to see it. All right, so Carson, surgical, 7 for 9. Fiedler, not a surgical, 4 for 7, 29.2 rating. I think he threw an interception, that's why. So that's what they looked like completion-wise. Carson managed a touchdown and a pick. Fiedler, just the pick. Garcia didn't make it to 100 yards. 2 touchdowns, or 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. We surely did make it tough on them. We would have probably scored a lot more if I had kept the starters in, but alas, that's what we did. Ricky had 2 runs for 15 yards. Like I said, I kept him in the garage today. I didn't want him to get hurt on something stupid with a game we had well in hand, so that's fine by me. Travis managed 19 carries, 112 yards. Willie Green, 79 yards on 15 carries, plus that one long 34-yard touchdown for him. Travis's touchdown run was 20 yards. We had a couple of broken tackles for our guys. Great running game. The front line really blocked well for us, I feel like, today. So good stuff there. Looking at receiving, looks like Yates had the most for us. Thompson was right behind him. We found Thompson a lot in the early part of the game, and then it was the Yates show later on. We had that one over the top to McMichael, and of course it was one Chris Chambers who got the touchdown wide open in the end zone for us. So good job by all of our guys there. Good job by our offense in general. Looking at tackles, it looks like Tony Bua and Will Poole had the most tackles for us. Holdman and Griffith and Warren and Little all had a ton of tackles. That's what happens. We ran the ball a whole lot all throughout this one. Little, McCutcheon, Bentley, lots of assists. We don't have one assist until we get to Duncan, so a lot of solo tackles out of all of our tackles today. Looks like we had 3 sacks, though. Only Warren got the sack for the Brownies. Taylor, Bowens, and Perkins. 2 of those were mine. One was the computer. Love to see it. Passes defended. We had a bunch of guys getting hands on balls for raising. And then the interceptions, the real story. Griffith might honestly get a player of the week nod with the amount of batted balls he had, or I should say interceptions that he had. And then Reggie and Poole. Of course, Reggie's interception was a pick 6. All right, let's get out of here. We're going to simulate the rest of the week. We'll look at all of our team stats. We'll look at the league stats. We'll look at the season awards. And we'll run SportsCenter one final time for this season, this regular season. You know what I mean. All right, so let's simulate to the end of this week. I wonder if it's going to immediately throw me into the playoff picture. Oh, we're really simulating Green Bay versus at Chicago. All right, cool. So we finished 12-4. I do want this screen to sit here for a second, so I'll let it sit here. We got to run the SportsCenter as well, and I don't want to lose that. So great little finish to the season for us. You can see we won 5 of our last 6. The Broncos did take us out. But let's head to our teams, our statistics. Let's do it. Let's go with our player stats. Carson Palmer had an okay year. We're hoping for a better year from him next season. 183 for 330. That's a 55 percentage. He only had an 81.3 passer rating. And we're going to see why right here is because I threw a ton of I threw a lot of interceptions this year. 20 picks to 17 interceptions just won't do it. Didn't quite make it to 3,000 yards either. So if we look at his larger thing, I mean, he only played 12 games last year with us, and then this is his first full season with us. We gotta get the touchdown to interception ratio down, and hopefully we can clear 3,000 with him next season. Ricky finishes with 1,580 yards, an average of 5.6 per carry and 2.3 after hit, which is really freaking nice. And then we go over, and he had a long of 82, 141 broken tackles, which is ridiculous, and 23 total touchdowns on the ground this year. He also had a couple of receiving touchdowns, but I would be, we'll check out the league leaders, but I would be shocked if Ricky did not win the rushing title once again. Technically down from last year in attempts and yards, but way up in touchdowns. I would be surprised if he regressed farther, but maybe he will because he's only getting older. So great job by Ricky. Travis obviously got some playing time as well. That's good. Chris Chambers gets over the 1,000-yard mark. Darius Thompson, McMichael, Yates, Williams behind him, all over 100. No one else over 100 after that. You can see our longer section was Yates with that 85-yarder at some point. Looking at touchdowns, we have Chambers with 8 leading everybody. It looks like McMichael and Williams had 3 apiece. Nothing too crazy on the drops. You kind of expect your biggest targets to have a few. Darius, more ratio, 49 targets to 7 drops. Chambers got over 100 targets. Good to see him getting 1,000 yards on the year. We'll check out his stats last year to this year. I think he was close last year, but he got way more receptions this year compared to last year. Not as many as 2 years ago, but I think an uptrend for Chris Chambers as hopefully he continues to improve into the next season. On defense, Arturo Freeman led the way. Zach Thomas was after him. Greenwood, Mathis, Webb, Madison, and Poole. Then you start getting, it looks like Jason Taylor was our leading lineman for tackles. We're never going to have, especially with a good offense, we're never going to have the amount of tackles that you see in the rest of the league. Mathis led the way for assists. Freeman, Webb, Madison, Thomas, and Greenwood all breaking 10 in that category. Sacks, we gotta, I guess, continue to work on. Just 8 for Jason this year. Agunlie had 4, and then a bunch of 1s across the board. I'm definitely going to continue to play more defensive line to try and improve those sack numbers because it doesn't seem terribly broken. As broken as I thought it was, it's still pretty hard to get sacks, and maybe I'll even increase the computer blocking if it feels like I'm getting a lot. Passes defended, Reggie Howard. Look at Reggie Howard being a ball hawk. He's probably going to lead in the league in that. We'll see who leads the league in interceptions, which Reggie has 8, Sam had 7, Mathis had 5, Poole had 3, Freeman only had 2. So that's, I do think that that free safety position is one we're potentially going to look to upgrade in the draft or otherwise in the next season. But yeah, good job by our defense. I think middle linebacker is somewhere we want to upgrade as well. We did have 2 pick sixes, 2 from Reggie and 1 from Sam. We'll go to the tackles for loss. Nice to see 7 from Moreland Greenwood, 4 from our rookie Matt Webb, 4 from Agunlie, 2 from our rookie Mathis. And then forced fumbles. We had 5 on the season. You can see our 5. Good job by some of our starters getting forced fumbles. And we did manage to recover a few as well. Ruben Brown recovered 1 in the last game, as well as Conrad. It looks like we were able to manage to recover 2 of the fumbles that we forced. Olindo, 11 for 13, long of 50. We don't usually linger too terribly long on this, but that's how he did this season. And then I do like looking at the net average and net punting. So net average of 33.2 per punt for Turk. That's also somewhere, we could always improve in the punter spot, but you never know when you're going to find a good punter. All right, so we'll go to the league leaders. The best quarterback by rating this season was Kurt Warner of the New York Football Giants, but because he probably only played 1 game, so that's probably not a good indication. Let's go to yards. That's going to be one Thomas Jesus Brady coming in with nearly 3,600 yards. Matt Hasselbeck after him, Steve McNair, John Kitna, Dante Culpepper. So, unless his amount of touchdowns really did it, because Matt Hasselbeck led the way in, wow, Brady actually drops way down if you go by touchdowns. He only had 23 to 9, so that's interesting. If you go by touchdowns, the winner is Matt Hasselbeck, followed by Trent Green, Steve McNair. That's also a pretty good ratio, 30 to 5. So now I'm wondering if Matt Hasselbeck maybe is going to take home the MVP honors. I think that's all we need to look at for the quarterbacks. Like I predicted, Priest Holmes was not going to put up 300 yards, so I think at the very least Ricky is going to take home his 2nd rushing title of his career, 2nd in a row as well. So good job by Ricky, and for touchdowns, I don't think it's even going to be close. 10 more touchdowns than the closest guy. Good job by Steven, Marshall, and LaDainian for getting over 10 touchdowns on the season. And then it's nice to actually, like, I mean, Clinton Portis, 212 broken tackles, but we're not at the bottom of this. So I did a decent amount of breaking tackles, which is pretty fun. And we managed to hold on to the ball pretty well. 8 fumbles for Tiki. All right, receiving. We had more guys over 1,000 yards this year. That's nice to see. Chad Johnson had the most. Ocho Cinco putting up 1,500 yards. Randy Moss, Santana Moss. You see Chris Chambers up there. Torrey Holt, Desmond Mason, Terrell Owens, and Deion Branch all getting over 1,000 yards this season. I think putting the simulated minutes back up to 5 is going to make the biggest difference here. We'll see a few more receivers get over that hump. Chad Johnson and Peerless Price tied up for 11 touchdowns apiece. Mason and Jackson had 10. And then Randy, Santana, Chambers, Driver, Donald Driver, nice. Good job by them. I think Daniels is potentially a computer guy. Yeah, he's a rookie. So a rookie got 8 touchdowns this year. Cool to see. Yeah, 100 tackles for the leading guy. No surprise there. Dat Win holding it down for the Cowboys. So good chance he's going to be the defensive player of the year. 66 is the high for that. Wow. 14.5 is the high sack number for one Michael Strahan, doing it in his 13th season. Good job by him. Passes defended, like I guess we're going to lead in that one. Chavis is up there as well, though. And then interceptions. Chavis and Peanut Tillman over on the Eagles leading the way as well. Reggie Howard coming in with 8, though, so he's definitely on the list. Tackles for loss, it's touchdowns. We can see here we tied for touchdowns with Reggie Howard getting 2 pick sixes. Tackles for loss, it's going to be, I mean, usually the guys who get the sacks get a lot of that, but it looks like Derek Brooks had the most tackles for losses, so good job by him. And then forced fumbles also goes to Derek Brooks, so maybe Derek Brooks is going to come in as the defensive player of the year. We're going to find out in short order. Fumble recovery is going to Derek Gibson, so he was a ball hawk as well. And then we had a few field goal blocks across the board. Brackett, Thomas, Porsche. Good job by them. I like to go by field goal percentage here, so we're up there, but it was Jason Elam who had the most field goal percentage. He also kicked a lot of field goals, so he was very, very accurate. And he still kicked a pretty long one of 49 for that long one. So good job by Jason Elam. And then by net average, it looks like Dewey Bennett, the rookie punter. Although he didn't punt us much, so maybe he only had 5 total punts. So maybe, again, net average is maybe not the best way to look at it. We could go by average. We could go by yards. Maybe we'll go by net yards. We'll go by net yards. So let's go Mitch Berger holding it down, followed by Eric Bates, the rookie. That seems to be a good combination of volume and stuff like that. So, do we not have... Oh, we do have player awards. All right, let's check it out. Primetime players, we don't need to worry about that. What I do want to worry about is season... Whoa, Ricky! MVP Ricky Williams, the running back. Wow. Oh, wow. I'm shocked. That's so cool. I didn't think that was going to happen. He barely even played the last game. He's still the MVP. Donovan McNabb taking home Offensive Player of the Year. So that means he takes the rushing title, too. Would they not give it to him because he won MVP? Oh, that's so interesting. I'm so interesting to watch SportsCenter now. Defensive Player of the Year, Derek Brooks. Those 6 forced fumbles, I think, really made a difference. So good job. Congratulations to him. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Chris Daniels. He's a receiver, it looks like. I'll have to look up where he is. And Defensive Rookie of the Year, Fred Paul. 79 tackles, 4 sacks, and an interception. We'll have to look up what team he's on as well. And then, yeah, I have to imagine that the rushing title is also going to go to Ricky Williams. There he is. Rushing title and MVP. Holy crap. decorated, dude. Huge. MVP season for Ricky. Wow. He's about to get the bag dropped on his head. I think we're going to rework his contract and maybe, like, go max him out next season and go descending from there. So that's the season awards. I think we're going to... we might have Pro Bowl ratings at this point. I'm going to save that for now, mostly because I'm running out of time that I have to do all this. So let's get Sports Center played, and then we're going to dip out of here. We're actually going to simulate into the playoffs just to see what the first round matchup is going to look like. And then we'll say goodbye from there. All right, let me sit on this for the patented 10 seconds. And yeah, let's run the Sports Center one last time. Again, for the regular season, for Week 17. All right, let's do it.
This is Sports Center. Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. We got a lot of games to cover, so let's get to it. In our first game this week, we had the Lions come away with a 7-point win. The Saints lost this one and will now fall to third place in the NFC
shut out
South.
30-0.
We had an interesting
By the 3-13
pickup
Cardinals.
note
Did they
here.
lose
Trey's
out
got
of the
the lowdown for
playoffs?
us. Trey?
Cunningham will have a new place to call home as he accepts a new contract. 2 years, $1.0 million.
In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Packers pick up win number 7. The Steelers drop yet another game and are really struggling on and off the field. In the Queen City, Cincinnati,
Blow it
we had
up.
the Bengals get edged out by 2 points.
Yeah, they needed that.
Jets, Chargers. LaDainian Tomlinson is always a threat. They're at the 1-yard line and touchdown. The Chargers win this one by the final score of 20-17. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Anthony Weaver sticks out on this list as one of the most
I love how they
costly
have Derek
injuries.
Strait on there twice.
He's suffering from a pulled calf
And
muscle,
such a bad
and
neck
that'll keep
strain,
him
they
out
had
for
to
the
repeat
rest
it.
of the season. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own mash unit. Marcellus Wiley might be the biggest loss on this list. It's reported that he's broken his hip, and if that's the case, he'll be out for the rest of the regular season.
But it's not the
There's a
regular
chance,
season
however, they'll
anymore.
get him back for the playoffs.
Ooh, you're telling me there's a chance.
Now, on to even bigger news, as you may have already heard. Donnie Edwards had to be placed on injured reserve, so he'll be on the sidelines for the rest of the year. Just a key blow to the heart of his defense.
Injury.
So that'll do it for now.
Interesting.
Boomer, back to you.
Donovan McNabb threw 3 strikes to the end zone and helped
Yeah,
his
the Eagles are
beat
good
the
this year.
Redskins. Down in Nashville, we had the Titans fall by 10 points. The Falcons kicked 4 big field goals in their victory at the Georgia Dome. The Rams lost their last game of the season on the road.
Interesting.
Texans,
I wonder if they got in.
Jaguars.
I think it'll tell us at the end of this.
Set to get the kick at his own 15.
Wait, this is
Juggles
Corell
just a moment.
Buckhalter getting a kickoff return
Outside,
touchdown
gets a
for the
block downfield
Jigs.
by the midfield stripe, and he
Dang.
knows that Jets. He could go.
Oh, and he little showing on him too.
Jaguars go on to win this
Jaguars
by
are
the final
10-6.
score of 17-3.
Good for them.
The Colts lost this one, but will stay at number 1 in the AFC
Yeah,
South.
they had clinched.
Nate Burleson stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower.
So the Vikings are decent. I mean, they had a good year from.
Florida, Miami, where the Dolphins end up on the right side of an 11-point
Well,
game.
yeah.
Over in the stadium, we had the Panthers get squeezed out by 4 points.
We haven't gotten many highlights.
And
It's
in
too
our
bad.
final game, we had the Giants come away victorious.
All right, here we go.
All right, Chris.
Wow, we got the 1 seed?
Our playoff picture has
Let's
now been
go.
officially finalized. So let's take a look at it now,
All right, so we get the
shall
winner of Colts
We'll begin
Jets,
with
which
a
means we're
look at the
probably
AFC.
playing. Oh no, Ravens Jags, right? No, it's Colts Jets,
Meanwhile, let's
which
take
means
a
we're
look
probably
at how
playing the
things stand
Colts.
over in the NFC. So there you have
All
it.
right,
The
here we
regular
go.
season now in the books. Time to see which of these 12 teams will emerge as Super Bowl champs. We'll get it started for you.
Well, we
on
gotta get.
ESPN
Imagine if
next
we
week.
win with both
And
teams this
that'll
year.
do it from here.
That'd be fun.
Chris, let's send it back over to you.
And then there were 12, the playoffs, right around the corner, which means it's time for our regular season awards. First,
Wow, 3
our
sacks in the
primetime
last
players.
game is crazy.
The final round of game balls go to these Warriors,
Strahan.
each with a standout performance in the final
I mean,
game of
Barber
regular
was
season.
trying to get to that
All
rushing
right, as
title,
promised,
but
here's a look at this year's best of the best.
oh, so they're showing the
Season-ending
season awards.
NFL award.
Wow.
Ricky Williams, without a doubt, is going to take home the hardware in this one. You see the numbers on your screen, but numbers really don't tell the whole story. Leadership, work ethic, love of the game, that's what truly makes him stand out. He had, without question, the best year of anyone. Donovan McNabb has got to be our choice for Offensive Player of the Year, and you've got to be hard-pressed to find better
Oh,
numbers
so we'll
than
find
that.
out what team these rookies
Obviously,
are on
we
too.
give a lot of credit to the rest of the offense, but this is the guy that was driving the car, so to speak. Derek Brooks gets the nod as our Defensive Player of the Year.
I love that they do
When
this.
you look at this award, you think of guys that can really excel against either the run or the pass. But this guy can do both. What a year he had. Daniels comes away with the Offensive
So he's
Rookie of
from
the Year
the
award.
Chargers.
Here's a guy
Cool.
that stepped in and demonstrated he belonged in this league almost from the get-go. He's got a heck of a
96-yard
ahead.
catch, longest. That's good. And then a
Paul was our
linebacker on the
Defensive Rookie of
Cardinals.
the Year.
Wow.
Hard to think of any young linebacker with better instincts for the football
Alrighty.
than he has. He wins it in a landslide.
Good for him.
Ricky Williams ran away with the rushing
We
title
got Ricky
this year.
twice, baby.
Talk
Put
about
one
a
up
man
for
out of
him.
the backfield, my friends. Finesse, speed, a surprising amount of power, which he used to bowl over the few who actually managed to lay a finger on him.
Yep.
What a year. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next
All right,
week
cool.
here on
Well, we
ESPN,
saw the playoff picture,
worldwide
so
leader in sports.
that's it for Sports Center, and that's it for this full uncut episode. Thanks for tuning in. We'll look forward to seeing you in the playoffs, baby. See you next time.